Pattern recognition.
Alrighty. Okay, so really the key to this then is we need to effectively generate exactly the same sort of checksum based on the serial number, and then we need to replicate the algorithm that is being done behind the scenes here when the username is munged into another checksum, and find a way of marrying those two things up. Peleus is here. Hey, mate. How's it going? Man, God, man, there's a bunch of chats here that I completely missed. Sorry, I wasn't really paying attention. Binger has a learning curve too. Yeah, it absolutely does. Stream hiccup, or is my net being funky? Good now? Did I lose you guys for a minute there? I got a message up here saying the Twitch machine got unplugged. Try again in a moment. That's really bizarre. Sorry about that. I don't know really what happened. Yeah, right. Okay, my bad. Did it drop out across the board, or was it only Twitch? Regan, did you see it drop out on YouTube, or was it fine the whole way through? YouTube across the board. Yep. Okay. Asanikov, thank you for that. And your Twitch node got booted. Oh, okay. Really? That's interesting. Oh well, never mind. We're back on track. Sorry about that. Hopefully you didn't miss much. I won't know exactly what's going on there until I check sort of later on and whatnot. But yeah, whatever. My apologies. I don't think it was my fault, but who knows. Anyway, so we're at the point here now where we know that there is a very simple checksum that gets done over the serial number, and then there's this long, what looks to be arduous process that's done over the username. And yeah, we need to compare those two things together. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to restart this whole thing. Sorry, that's not it. But this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose these so that we can see a valid case. Now what I'm going to do as well is I'll add a breakpoint to checksum function. I'm not going to rename this. I could call this do other thing. There you go. That's the technical term. So we're going to breakpoint here. And what is it? F2. This is where I'm going to set the other breakpoint. Yeah. Parity. But apparently the problem was across the board, because YouTube and Mixer would have bailed as well. So I'm not really sure what the story is. This goes to show that I should always record my streams directly to disk, and then I can just upload the uninterrupted stream. But nah, whatever. What can you do? What can you do? So let's run this again. Hit test. Skip over this breakpoint. Is it F5? Is it F5? Continue. Continue is F9. All right. So at this point, we know that EAX contains, EDX contains the calculated thing based on the username. Actually, what I should do is check immediately prior to this push as well. Let me just skip back to that. Okay, so let's go test. So yeah, the calculated checksum from before is here. And EDX is a thing that was calculated based on this first round of munging of the username. And then we will continue on to here. All right, so it looks like we're just storing all the registers. And then whatever it is that this function does to registers we don't care about. We can quite easily figure that out as we go. All right, so this is clearly messy. And it's long and a bit gross. But we'll work through a chunk of it and we'll see how well we go before we reach the end of this horrific... Oh, crikey, it's a bit longer than I remember. Jeez. Was it this long last time I looked? Far out. So the question here is, if we have a look at what's going on, we can probably, based on what I'm seeing here, we can effectively do the reverse of this fairly easily, because everything that I'm seeing here is XORs and rotates. All right, let's go back in here. So what we're seeing here, right? We end up with a value, EAX, which we know was the original checksum. We subtract this hard-coded value from it, right? Don't worry about CLD for now, that's just clearing flags. Then we negate EAX, we byte swap it, we XOR it with something, we byte swap it again, which is unnecessary because if you byte swap, XOR, and byte swap, if you just byte swapped this one and then it did the XOR, then you wouldn't need to have these extra things. So this is just doing things for the sake of doing things. So you push EAX and you pop EBP and then you work off EBP. Subtract, XOR, add, blah, blah, blah. Now there's a couple of instructions here that I don't know about. So you guys can help me out or we can go Googling for it. You need to resub your internet to Aussie broadband. I have a referral. Oh dear, no. Oh no, yeah, exactly, Eric, I hear. I thought I was the only member of OJ's Dutch fan base. I didn't realize I had a Dutch fan base. That's crazy. But I'm currently based in the Netherlands. Okay, nice. Yeah, I am still the only one in Sanikov. So, are you... I don't want to blow your OPSEC on stream, but I think I might know who you are now. You laugh. I get 250, 100. For what price? Parody? For what price do you get 250, 100? Is it free? Would I get it for free? I don't know. You're gonna have to work 250 a month. You gotta be kidding. No way. I'm not paying 250 a month. All right, let's just have a quick look at these. Now, what I really want everyone to pay attention to here, right, is that every single one of these instructions has a direct inverse. Okay, so nothing in here is lossy, if that makes sense, right? Nothing in here is lossy. So if it's not lossy, it means that you can do the exact opposite. Now, I don't know what RCR is, so let's quickly dig up what RCR is. So ASM RCR instruction. Rotate with carry right. There you go. So it's a rotate. It's not a shift. So the reason why I'm highlighting these as a reversible instruction is that obviously when you do a shift in one direction or the other, whatever's like, if you've got 32-bit value and you shift it, say left, which in your direction would be that way, you shift it left by a byte, then you end up with zeros appearing on the other side of the register. Whereas if you rotate, excuse me, what it's doing is it's taking whatever bytes come off the end and sticking them back on the front, which means you haven't lost any info because you can do the opposite and go back to what you had before. So rotate with carry right can be undone by rotate with carry left. Simple as that, yeah? So what we need to do, sorry, I've almost finished my tea, I'll stop drinking soon. So rotate with carry. We've got a sub, so the opposite of sub is adding, or the opposite of or is what? Now this could be interesting. ECX, what is ECX? ECX isn't actually used. See that? ECX is not used at all. So any of the values here, this is just noise. This is just adding noise. ESI is the same. ESI is not used. So the only thing by the looks of it that I can see here, we know that EAX is a value we care about, and EDX probably is a value we care about as well. But other than that, we probably